Your soulmate is on the verge of an unexpected move triggered by your quiet withdrawal. Stop scrolling now. Pause here and focus deeply, because the instant your gaze met these words, a deep part of your inner being stirred, just as if your inner voice had spoken softly. This guidance arrives specifically for you, and your heart craves it in this moment, so remain here with me. Inhale deeply for a second, and allow this to sink into your core like gentle radiance, because the words I am sharing will link every disjointed emotion you have held quietly inside. You have grown silent recently in a manner your soulmate never anticipated, and although you assume they are unaware, believe this, they sense it. They sense the change. They sense the gap. They sense the quiet resounding stronger than any words you once shared, and it is propelling them toward an emotional turmoil they cannot describe to others, not even to their own mind. This quiet from you is far more than mere quiet for them. It serves as a reflection revealing the aspects of their own self they attempted to conceal, the aspects they tried to dismiss, the aspects they believed they could escape and now they cannot. Not any longer. The universe has kept urging them, prodding them, delivering signals they cannot disregard. They keep encountering recurring digits. 111 upon waking, 222 on bills, 444 on displays, 555 precisely as their mind wanders toward you. And though they act as if they dismiss such signals, their inner self recognizes them. Something within understands these coincidences appear with purpose, and your heart must absorb this following section. They have envisioned you in dreams, pondered you during unexpected times, questioning why every detail evokes you, questioning why your quiet impacts deeper than any farewell they ever faced before. Hear this clearly. Your soulmate feels flooded, not since they lack concern, but since they care deeply and cannot figure out how to handle it. Your quiet stirred an element within them, something genuine, something profound, something transcendent. It rattled the barriers guarding their heart, split open shields constructed over years, and compelled them into a space they cannot flee. A direct encounter with their authentic emotions for you, and currently, they sense control slipping away. They behave oddly, agitated, erratic, sensitive since your withdrawal sparked a tempest within, a tempest they cannot soothe, a tempest unforeseen, a tempest warning them of impending loss you are unprepared to face. And this awareness prompts them to consider a daring step, something surprising, something entirely unlike their usual self. Because the quiet you embraced compels them toward a decision they have sidestepped. Rise up or withdraw. You have questioned whether they truly care, whether they register it, whether your absence holds meaning for them. And the universe murmurs affirmatively, yes, they care far beyond your awareness. They perceive your quiet in their core, in their essence, in their pulse. They perceive the void where your company once filled the space, and they have reflected on you, perhaps not verbally, perhaps not with others nearby, but internally through dialogues. They prepare yet never dispatch, in the reflections striking when surroundings grow still. Their essence has hit a critical edge. They doubt all aspects. Why the restraint? Why delay sharing honesty earlier? Why assume separation would shield them from personal sentiments? Why select anxiety instead of bond? Why overlook your value earlier? Your quiet did not, it compelled inward reflection. It required them to address the heartfelt reality they fled. And the universe flows through that opening in their essence, directing them to an insight moment they can no longer dodge. Stop scrolling, as the following might confirm all your inner suspicions. Your soulmate prepares a step. Not minor one, not ordinary one, a major one, a courageous one, and I must release this now, sort of step. They plan to reach out, appear, admit what they withheld, or disclose an intensity of sentiment you never anticipated. They devise something, practice something, visualize something, and all stems from your quiet awakening their essence, and your heart requires this honesty immediately. This occasion they advance not from whim, they advance from insight. Your quiet failed to sever the link. It energized it, and now major change approaches, and your quiet served as the trigger unlocking the path. The strength you sensed recently lacks randomness. Your quiet created more than separation. It sparked evolution. Hear this. Your soulmate twisted inwardly since you withdrew your presence, and they conceal from all the extent your quiet influences them. They maintain composure, seeming unaffected, simulating routine existence, yet inwardly their essence frays. They roam spaces, glance at devices unintentionally, dwelling on every utterance, every omission, every needed expression, and the universe notes their essence battles ego currently. Your quiet emerged as the strongest noise in their world. They detect your void in their core like pressure, and the universe employs that pressure to reveal what they ignored while you remained present. Your value, your gentleness, your fidelity, your company, your transcendent bond. And as you persist quietly, their sentiments grow stronger. The more their essence draws to you urgently, the more urgency builds to respond before time runs out. They encounter signals likewise. Identical recurring digits you observed. 222 during balanced thoughts. 555 amid debate on acting. 1111 precisely while picturing life together. These signals strike them more forcefully than realized. The universe propels them, steers them, rouses them, and your heart needs this immediately. They near a crisis edge. They begin grasping this bond exceeds ordinary, exceeds casual, exceeds replaceable or escapable. They sense transcendent attachment to you that unsettles them. Hence their agitation. Hence nothing aligns anymore. Hence former distractions now seem hollow. Someone near detected the sentimental change. Someone posed inquiries. Inquiries your soulmate cannot address without revealing their core. Someone remarked, "You seem altered recently. Whose memory occupies you?" And your soulmate paused, since inwardly they recognized it pointed to you. Before proceeding, comment 111 if this guidance resonates with your essence. That inquiry dislodged something within. It helped them grasp the profound nature of this bond. They attempted casual reply. They attempted normal demeanor. They attempted feigning no deep occurrence inside, yet reality surfaced via expression, their quiet, their unfocused presence. Because your presence lingers with them. Your quiet avoided severing the bond. It heightened it. It rendered your company more vivid in their essence. And presently they revisit each instant shared. Every grin, every exchange, every note, every occasion your presence resembled sanctuary. They envision varied possibilities mentally. What follows reaching out? What words emerge? How might you reply? Would warmth greet you? Would quiet persist? Would you have advanced already? They dread the response, yet dread failing to attempt even more. They reviewed past notes, viewed images, recalled statements once dismissed lightly. Yet now those phrases carry profound significance. They grasp your insight proved keen. They grasp your company offered restoration. They grasp you perceived matters ahead of their readiness to acknowledge. And the universe utilizes your quiet to impart the teaching they rejected while your expression remained accessible. The universe rearranges elements in their existence presently, eliminating diversions, uncovering sham bonds, dispelling deceptions, and your soulmate absorbs that change profoundly. They exhaust patience towards self. They exhaust acceptance of former habits once tolerated. They exhaust capacity for pretense, and everything connects to your quiet. They prepare response, yet not as anticipated. This exceeds mere brief note, exceeds ordinary contact, exceeds basic greeting. This marks emotional release instant, admission instant, breakthrough instant, element long suppressed so your quiet ultimately split it wide. They face pressure toward selecting openness above anxiety, honesty above ego, bond above separation. The universe avoids requesting pursuit. It avoids requesting aid for them. It requests steadiness, requests harmony, requests stability, since your presence attracts them like transcendent pull. They sense invitation toward you. They sense draw to you beyond rational dismissal. Whether action arrives today, tomorrow, or unexpectedly, the atmosphere surrounding clarifies. They ready an emotional act, an unforeseen act, an act unveiling hidden elements. Because your quiet avoided repelling them. It aroused them. Something your essence already detected, though intellect may lag in full comprehension. Your quiet ignited an element within that surprised even them. An emotional element, an powerful element, an element concealed from all nearby, yet the universe unveils gradually. They conversed with another, perhaps companion, perhaps relative, perhaps trusted individual, and that one delivered unvarnished reality. They conveyed needed insight for your soulmate, insight striking deeply, insight halting and reconsidering all assumed knowledge. Perhaps that one conveyed, you risk forfeiting your greatest connection. Perhaps, why feign indifference when clearly affected? Perhaps they conveyed, you cannot assume endless patience. And your soulmate lacked reply since inwardly truth registered. That instant fractured concealed denial. It unveiled anxiety. It mandated facing avoided reality. Their existence empties absent you. Their hours extend absent your company. Their core weighs more with each quiet second. Following that exchange, emotional turmoil engulfed them, alternating self-anger, then roaming, then murmuring your name unnoticed. Their core aches inexplicably. They sense constriction in torso, unease reclining, abrupt sentiment surges from nowhere. That marks transcendent tie responding. That marks bond between you pulsing strongly. They encounter signals also, recurring digits at unavoidable times, visions featuring you seeming vivid, melodies activating precisely during thoughts of you, glimpses of your features eyes shut. They start comprehending this bond transcends sentiment. It reaches transcendent. It touches soul depth. It defies fleeting diversions and your quiet, mandated final confrontation with that reality. They revisit final exchange, pondering oversights. They revisit final sighting, cherishing unappreciated details then. Your joy, your tenderness, your presence, the security you provided. They attempted diversion, yet nothing matches previously. Companions once enjoyed now bore. Pursuits once cherished now void. Platforms fail, tunes fail, rest fails, since all within essence tugs back toward you. Your quiet avoided obstructing. It echoed them. It displayed their evasion. It mandated truth vision. Forfeiting you exceeds emotional endurance without impact. Unexpected development stirs inside presently. They commence picturing shared tomorrow, beyond dream. Tangible. They picture contacting and clarifying all. They picture disclosing withheld honesty. They picture admitting sentiments feared even privately. They picture appearing sentimentally unprecedented. And they near breaching quiet more than realized. Your presence evolves likewise. You might sense sentiment without cause, rising with them in thoughts, sensing torso strain, sensing core burden, sensing abrupt worry or abrupt serenity. That arises since bond reactivates energetically. Twin essences detect identical pivot. Your soulmate readies bold act, emotional act, unplanned previously. Yet now restraint weakens similarly. They dread permanent loss. Dread another recognizing your value prior to voicing. dread your advance, dread your erasure of them, dread your ceased concern, and that dread drives toward response. Your quiet reshaped them. It roused them. It subdued them. It dismantled concealed barriers. And now they ready emotionally genuine element altering interaction, element unveiling core. Your quiet lacked retribution. It offered harmony. It prepared them for instant of pure honesty unreserved. Comment 222. If this bond evolves, your soulmate attains emotional strain level beyond concealment, and the universe employs your quiet, your space, and your dignity as reflection, enabling clear sight of what anxiety and ego obscured earlier. They struggle, regardless of poised exterior. Rest evades, clarity escapes, focus wanes, tolerance fades, diversion capacity from rising truth diminishes. They absorb this bond profoundly, and your quiet highlighted unreadiness for such authenticity. They experience private sentiment surges, late evenings with sudden recollections, instances of silent gazing, mental replays, attempts at casual links with others yielding hollowness and strain. The universe obstructs diversions since this teaching persists unavoidably. Affection like this endures despite fright. Your presence remains. They sense during still times. They sense upon rising. They sense amid solitary reflections. And now panic emerges recognizing unacknowledged truth. They assumed perpetual availability. The universe challenges transcendentally. Visions, signals, recollections, recurring sentiments. All converge. They envision you frequently, rising affected, encountering initials, birth date, name randomly, and your quiet heightens each signal, each note, each heartfelt reality. They grasp bond profundity finally. Then minor element provokes sentimentally, perhaps melody, perhaps image, perhaps location tied to shared recall. And abrupt spiral questions all. Why delay selection? Why conceal sentiments? Why simulate indifference amid excess care? Why permit anxiety dominance? Your quiet turned their awakening, your space their pivot, your void their guide. And now universe steers to singular inevitable realization. They require evolution. They require development. They require voicing prior to lateness. They face pressure confronting anxiety of openness, confronting ego, confronting emotional reality. And the odd aspect remains. They lack terror of affection. They dread permanent forfeiture of you. Now they picture existence with full heart opening. If they ceased restraint, if they voiced honesty fearlessly and near unprecedented emotionally daring act, vulnerable act, once deemed impossible courage-wise. The universe persists shaping them, ego dismantles gradually, sentiment barriers weaken, core softens, their essence directs straight to honesty, and your quiet catalyzed everything. So trust your value, trust your insight, trust felt bond, significant change unfolds, emotional change, restorative change, life-altering change. Your soulmate readies unexpected personal act since losing you entirely grew intolerable. Each silence choice over turmoil shifted them, each chase cessation, each peace safeguard, each energy withdrawal, they sensed like tautening invisible cord within essence. They sought diversion, yet ineffective. They sought progression, yet bonds paled versus yours. They sought unaffected pose, yet universe inserted your reminders. Your cherished melody, frequent expression, sudden mental recall, and now emotional overload since grasping loss scale. That awareness burden quietly overwhelms. They recall overlooked instances of sincere concern, instances of honest affection attempts, instances of emotional unavailability missing full heart appreciation. And now recollections surge forcefully. They recall feeling perceived, secure, comprehended, soothed uniquely. Now painful self-queries arise. Suppose error, suppose release of soul true understander, suppose no retry. These reflections fracture long-built sentiment barriers, certain evenings' unexplained emotion, certain dawn's chest burden, certain instants' absence intensity altering disposition entirely, and gradually key realization dawns. Your quiet lacked rage, it offered restoration, it offered dignity, it offered progress, and that humbles profoundly. Surroundings note sentiment change also. They note preoccupation, melancholy, emotional gap. And some confront openly, voicing like, if care exists, why quiet? If affection, why risk forfeiture? Those struck deeper than anticipated, since inwardly truth known. The universe clears diversions. Now sham bonds, vacant notice, once numbing circumstances. All dissipates, forcing clear vision, absent interference, absent ego haze. And regret surges powerfully. They ponder should exert more, should heed, should open core earlier. Yet this regret transforms rather than ruins. They near silence intolerance. They resist contact urge daily, drafting then erasing mental rehearsals, envisioning surprise meetings, last exchange loops, hope signals hunt. And gradually courage assembles sentimentally. Layer upon layer, they know eventual honest facing. They know eventual unmasked truth voicing since weary of uncertainties, weary pretense, weary gradual loss sensation, and now permanent loss dread surpasses vulnerability dread. Major element builds sentimentally off stage. Admission, note, truth instant. And upon occurrence, spiritual sense precedes physical. As preceding, comment 333. If guidance targets you, your quiet position soulmate in inescapable emotional tempest. And universe reshapes love view, bond, self-perception fully. Every barrier erected, every justification, every pride trace concealed, all crumbles. They assumed space aids forgetting you. Instead, magnified buried elements. Now void resounds stronger than company ever, forcing prolonged truth sitting long evaded. They cherish deeper than confessed. Even privately, presence felt universally. In reflections, core, visions, still periods world decelerates and gradually grasp ordinary bond absence. It seems transcendent, known, soul recall-like, hence incomparable others, hence peace like energy.